Redditors who accidentally sent a family member a nude. What was the aftermath? 1. One time my dad accidentally texted me anal sex if the Patriots win, and I still don't believe I have recovered. If you didn't recover yet, your dad must have been packing. 2. For context, my mom had some life-threatening medical issues when I was a kid, so there were a few months plus long periods where we rarely saw her. One night, I got a text from her that says, "Send me a pic of you stroking it in bed." I thought she wanted a picture of me and my dog snuggling, as he slept with me and was the cutest sleeper. I usually send her one every few days, even when she was home. It also doubled as her way to make sure I was following my bedtime. I was taking the picture, and I get a follow-up, "Ignore that text." At the same time, my dad opens my door so hard the hinges break. He says, "You get a text from Mama." I say, "Yeah." And he says, "It wasn't meant for you," and leaves. I felt weird about it for days, even though it was years before I figured it out. 3. I meant to send it to someone on WhatsApp that I was dating at the time and didn't realize I accidentally sent it to my brother. Their names were next to each other in my chat list and I chose the wrong one. I frantically called my sister-in-law and told her what happened and begged her to go into his phone and delete the message with the photo. This is before WhatsApp added the functionality to delete your own messages. She was so sweet and understanding and deleted the message. I was so embarrassed. To this day she has kept my secret. This happened 5 years ago. And because there seems to be confusion for some reason, I'm a woman. 4. I happened to live across the street at the time and a dirty message meant for my now wife was sent to my mother. Luckily for me, my mom is notorious for ignoring her phone, so I sprinted across the street and said, "Hey, where is your phone?" She told me it was on her desk, so I calmly walked over, unlocked it, and deleted the message. In response to the look of confusion, I told her deleted a message that was meant for now wife, and left it at that. 5. My ex accidentally sent his mom a dick pic instead of me when we were on the phone. Her reply was, "No one wants to see that nasty little thing." We're on the phone the whole time and he's freaking out. I couldn't help but laugh. What's done is done, Mayo, in case anyone was wondering. His thing was not little, and nasty is subjective. 6. I gave my sister my old iPhone. I'm 25, she's 22. She didn't realize that her photos were uploading to my cloud, and when I went to send a photo to a coworker, at work mind you, I see her pasty ass. I immediately text her and was like, "Stop taking photos." She called me and asked if I was okay, and I told her what was happening. She responded with, "My ass look good though," and I died laughing. Love my sis, but Christ. 7. I didn't accidentally send a nude, but my phone did auto-upload all my pictures when I connected it to my mom's computer. I'm no longer allowed to connect hardware to my mom's computer. 8. Well, I did send a nude by accident, but it wasn't of me. My buddy and I always troll each other with funny pictures without context. Sometimes he will send me a gif of a monkey pissing in its own mouth, and then I would reply with a gif of Ace Ventura when he walks out of the bathroom soaking wet. One day he sends me a picture of some elderly woman completely nude, holding a sign that says, "Send me a sugar daddy." I almost spit out my drink. It was a good one, so I googled old man sagging balls and started looking through a bunch of funny naked pictures of old men to send back. At the same time that I was flipping through Google's nude elderly man catalog, my mom was texting me about some restaurant of plans for dinner that weekend, and I'm trying to jump between her questions and the wrinkly nutsack museum. I find this glorious picture of an old man with his balls hanging down to his knees, with a huge bush you wouldn't believe. I grab the link and respond with that. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you can guess, I didn't send the picture to my friend. Instead, I responded to my mom's question of, "Have you decided on which you are going to wear tonight?" with a picture of the most disgruntled looking geezer, balls sagging down and nearly blowing in the wind. I saw her start typing, but she backspaced it and stopped. A few moments later she responds, "Well, if you plan on showing up like that, you may as well not come at all." I burst out laughing. At least she was a good sport about it. 9. Well, it wouldn't have been so bad had it not been for the fact that all of my contacts got it. Friends, family, acquaintances, co-workers, my boss, etc. I got multiple write-ups at work for sexual harassment, but they were understanding enough not to fire me, lol. 10. I didn't send a nude. I was in the shower, about age 15, and I heard the phone ring. My best friend had a habit of calling while I was showering. So, I bolted out naked as the day I was born to grab the phone before she hung up. I didn't realize pretty much my entire dad's side of the family was visiting my terminally ill mother. They saw it all. My aunt jokingly said, "Well, dang, I didn't know there was gonna be a show," and someone said, "We were just joking when we said you'd grow up to be a stripper." I had to do a walk of shame back to the bathroom as well. It was laughed off and it hasn't been brought up since. 11. I uploaded a sex tape to the family album by autosync accidentally, but quickly deleted it after the mistake. Then through a friend we discovered the sex tape was uploaded and circulating around various porn sites with my cousin's face deep-faked onto mine, so it looked like he's doing it to my girlfriend. That was a year ago and we still have not confronted him regarding it. Should also point out that he does not at all seem to be the creepy type. 12. When I was a boy, my sister was gifted a digital camera. These were pretty cool back then. Being a little boy, I decided to play with it and took a photo of my thingy. I forgot to delete it and my stepdad was messing with it. Saw the picture and exploded thinking my sister had a boy over. She got in trouble and then my mom said, "EWW, what a loser." Wow, this just reminded me of something I've definitely repressed. I was a similarly horny teenage boy and took naked pictures of myself. Even then I knew nobody would be excited to see them. I was at camp with my digital camera and went to delete the photos only to discover that the memory card had been removed. I never did find it, so someone's got my teenage nudes out there, and I have no idea who they are. This is a much more troubling thought than it appeared when I was 14. 13. Not a nude but a dirty text. My father-in-law and my wife have similar names. She has the female version of his name. So not paying attention, I sent a dirty text detailing my plans for us that night. The names are Brian and Brianna. 14. This was a major fail that wasn't on purpose, but could have been so much worse. I just recently left my children's dad and was deep in discovery around Tinder and sexting. The last time I'd been single was 2003, so I had a lot of catching up to do. I took a picture of my vagina at the urging of one of my sexting buddies, but deleted it. My 2-year-old daughter used my phone a bit, so I went and deleted from deleted items, and all the deleted items were gone. I knew I hadn't deleted them. I suddenly realized that my 10-year-old had got a new iPad, and maybe the photos had synced. I could have just not said anything, but my son came home from school, and I asked him if the pic showed up on his iPad. He said yes, there was a picture of your vagina. It was so gross. Why did you take a picture of that? I made up some excuse about thinking I had a pimple on there and needing to see it, and apologized and unsynced the pics, not sure how that had been turned on. I said, "Look, I'm very sorry about that, but the pictures somehow synced and I've unsynced them." He said it was really embarrassing cause I had my iPad at school and went to show some boys a meme I'd deleted, and then I saw that. I quickly deleted everything and nobody saw it. I was dying. But we navigated it. 6 years later, he's 16 with a girlfriend, and the other day said there was no pimple. Was there, Mom? I said yeah. Sorry about that. He said it's good that I blocked the whole thing from my memory and can't remember what it looked like. Edit. Another funny thing that happened not long after Pimplegate. We were just recovering and he was using my laptop computer to play Minecraft. Next minute I hear a shout, "Mom, what does package sent? Your discreet lady vibrator with 10 speeds mean?" "Mom, you're gross." An eBay notification of my latest purchase had popped up. I disabled notifications after that. Poor boy knew more than he wanted to about Mom's sex life. 15. Just after my vasectomy, my wife took a picture of a very pitiful looking me sitting on the end of the operating table completely exposed, with a small white bandage over my scrotum. A perfect picture to send my brother. Thought Valium brain me. He happens to be the first name in our family group chat. My 2 sisters and my mom did not get my phone call before they opened it. Valium is a hell of a drug. 16. My cousin scrolled too far on my phone even after I told her not to. She was greeted with a pic of her best friend, with my schlong halfway down her throat, black mascara running down her cheeks. She said she can no longer look at me or her friend the same way. That was years ago and I feel like things are pretty normal these days. 17. My ex sent a dick pic what he thought was to me while I was on the phone with him. After about 2 minutes I asked him where it was. He went to investigate to see if it got caught in limbo and then there was silence. Him. Oh. Fuck. A fuck-a-ficano me. What's wrong? Him. I sent the picture to my mom. Oh god, she saw it. Oh god, she's replying me. Oh my god, what? How did you even do that? Him. My mom was the last one I texted and I didn't look before I sent it. Oh god, I'm going to die from embarrassment. His mom was replied with, I guess this wasn't meant for me. Maybe if you can't send a picture like this to the right person, you shouldn't be sending them at all. I had my coworker delete this because I didn't know how. Now she's seen your whiner too. Clean your room by the way.